This is a 1x1 30 rocket base core. It's very nice and easy. I know a lot of people are having trouble getting the bag in the all triangles version, so we just have a nice version with a nice 1x1 core here. We have our first bunker that is independent of the bottom bunker there, or the second bunker independent of the first bunker. We have some drop boxes, whatever you want to do here. And we come down in here and we have our second bunker, or our first bunker, however you want to detail them out. And again, you do need a ladder because it's 1.5 height, or like a ladder hatch. You have a very nice and easy 1x1 core, and it's incredibly nice and easy. We could access everything here. We have our TC, which is only 87 HQM, 228 frags, 21 stone, and 14 wood. And sums up with the server because there shouldn't be any wood right now, but anything, it's very nice and easy. We could access all the boxes here. You could add barrels or more shelves or more bags, whatever you want to do. And keep in mind, I do have it to where the TC is sheet metal, HQM, and then TC, and then sheet metal / vending machine here to get actually in the core. So this is either I think it's like 15 C4 but 32 rockets. It's slightly less for C4 but slightly more for rockets because of the vending machine. And then also keep in mind that it is one foundation layer from this angle right here. So if you do blow this one HQM foundation, you could splash the twig under here, but you're supposed to not just have this base core, and you're supposed to expand so it's not that big of an issue. And it's going to be very nice and easy. Again, you have them both independent. We'll just go ahead and seal them up here. You do bottom one here, half wall here, and then you could jump up, seal this one right here, and then seal this one right here. And you don't need them both sealed, but you could just have the top one if you're just doing one. If you want to seal one with sheet metal while you go roaming or something like that. And again, very nice and easy. We'll show you how to do it, and it's gonna be very nice and easy. I was literally flying around shooting rockets at random people's bases. Anyways, it's going to be super easy to build. You're going to start with the twig 2x1 with the bear rug. You're going to need a bear rug for a nice bear rug bunker. You're going to crouch on top of that bear rug and bring your foundation down, building plan triangle foundation. You're going to bring it down pretty low, just so no one gets the idea that they could splash the twig under there. You're going to hold Alt, click, move off that bear rug, and butt this triangle up against there. You're going to make sure you're blue right here, and then you're going to be able to break those. And you're going to start, you may have to wait for those little blocks to disappear, but you're going to start on the low foundation, which is your non-bear rug. And you're just going to build out like this, and this way you're going to be able to place your TC here. And you may want to do it like this if you have the HQM, at least for the foundation. That way you don't have to go back there later. And then you can go ahead and upgrade this and break this and wrap this all the way around here. And then you can go ahead and we'll just go final grade on these. Not that one, just these two triangles right here. And then you're just going to place these right here and make sure all floors are coming off of your high foundation. So we're going to do two triangles like this, a frame in the center, and a square off of that. And you're going to notice that square is not going to want to place until we place all of these walls right here. Like that. And then you want the frame as well because it's holding up your square floor. You want that HQM. And then now when you notice here, you'll have a nice bunker like this. When you break that, that'll disappear. And we're just going to go ahead and upgrade this and get our ladder to get out of here. And now we'll be able to upgrade all of this from the outside. Then we could do one layer of normal honeycomb here. Again, this one's double HQM. And you may need to place that triangle floor off of the outside wall. Like this. And then you're just going to do a sheet metal honeycomb back here behind your TC. So it's going to be TC vending machine. Just like that. And then we're just going to make sure that's HQM as well. And we're going to do the same thing for our half wall. So we're going to start on the back right here, and we'll demolish those later. And that's just to get our same floor plan off of the high here. And again, you won't be able to place this square until you place these two half walls. And then you can place this square. And then now this one, we could look down and do HQM. May need to come on this side for this. And we're gonna do the square HQM because that's gonna be our core where our actual loot is. And then this can be sheet metal because that's to TC. And then there's vending machine. So that's sheet metal, HQM, vending machine, sheet metal. Do the frame HQM. And then we want these two half walls HQM right here. And that one. And then we could do a ramp up here if you want for some loot boxes. And now to seal your bunker, you want to make sure the double door frame is here. And then put that half wall off the double door frame so it doesn't try and come off the floor. Then we can seal both our bunkers. Now you have both bunkers sealed, and you don't need this here. You could go ahead and demolish these. That was just to get the line up on the high foundation floors. And keep in mind, if you do it too high, it's kind of impossible, but if you do it too high, you could see through here. But you don't really have to worry about that. And now everything is nice and easy and good for your 30 rocket bunker core, and you can do your vending machine over here. Make sure you put something in that vending machine. And it looks like there's our TC. And then now we can put our tier 3 on our tier 2 or workbench on the opposite side of our open. And then we can put our bags down wherever we want. Make it a duo or something like that. And then we can go make a nice little base out of this just to try something. We'll just try a little base. And since you won't be able to connect these on the one side, we're going to do like a little mini shell thing, like a roof. Like that. You could do it like that, or you could do a full wall of honeycomb and do whatever kind of 1x1 you want. Now that we have this, we can do our honeycomb over here and make it like a crazy, one of those crazy large 1x1s. Just like that. And now we can go back down. We don't need that. We can go back down into stone. And again, just make this kind of like a pretty standard 1x1. If you're getting any issues with red, it's trying to clip on the low floor rather than the wall. So you may just need to look down. And I don't know what kind of 1x1 you want to do, but you could do a 1x1. Just like that. You can do whatever you want. And now we have like little mini peaks right here, and then jump up into the shooting floor, and then we can make some kind of shooting floor, whatever kind of shooting floor we want to do. And Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not that bad. You could do the cheesiest old school style shooting floor like this, just for a really tiny base. Just doing something really really quick, but it is a crazy amazing core as far as doing that square with 3 triangles on each side and then one on the sides right here. I like the larger 1x1. Again, it's very nice and easy. You could do whatever kind of base you want, and you could have a nice 30 rocket core. So this is at like 34 minimum right now, any direction. And again, you could do whatever base you want to do. You don't have to do a 2019 base. But you can do something like this. Just make sure you're placing each floor off of each additional one. And then we could do something like this. And then you have a nice core, and then you have a nice roof. Very old school style, goofy looking weird thing. Super nice and super easy. Someone's got 47 large furnaces going, and my FPS is dropping. Everyone puts campfires on to light the server. It's incredibly nice and incredibly easy.